Really, I just can't keep off because everyone was already present. Please, let's continue. We already an hour meeting. So
So
let's, yes, Bobby, we are, as you explained, you are not designing it for cardiac patients. Okay, you are designing it for everyone who is healthy, who is not healthy, but to solve which problem?
preventative medicine, that's the thing. That's what, like, you get your health insurance. I'm saying here, like health insurance, you have preventative measures for dental and for your health. So you get those check-ins, free check-ins, or depending on your copay. um, so I just want to address something though, Danielle. I don't know these judges, but for everyone is different. Like the example I said, if you had put your child on that and it detects some kind of arrhythmia, that doesn't fall specifically on a cardia person. I said the elderly because if we want to be specific, elderly people really need to have, I'm saying as a category, not that people don't have other issues on, and under a specific age. But if we have to categorize it, put a taxonomy on it, then I would say the elderly, because number one, cost, they're not working. A lot of retirees really don't have that nest egg that they wanted at the end of their lifeline, of their careers, I should say. So, I mean, unless the group feels that that's still too broad, but I said everyone because it's made to analyze your system, anyone's system. So
it seems to me like expressing that this is as much work as developing the actual product.
no, it is.
Well,
That's why
No,
marketing is so
there
good.
is so much work in developing the product because we don't know what problem this work is solving. We should focus on something we have to achieve. We should focus on why is it important working on this solution.
So one, if you want to go with it might be a personality more than specific issues, like the health conscious group of people who are willing to self-experiment, right? So
that's why I said that you cannot just go and say you're building a solution to solve everyone's problem. It is vague and
that's not what I meant, Daniel. It's not to solve everyone's problems. It's to analyze everyone's system. That's a fair analysis. That's a fair argument.
Okay. To analyze everyone's system in order to address which problem?
To detect if there's an anomaly in their system. Like I said, if I put my son on the electrodes, for example, let's say we do the DIY, do it yourself thing. Yeah, I did that. And all of a sudden I'm looking on my monitors and the graph is showing me something that's not right. Was it intended for my son? Of course not. But
okay, I understand. Let me ask another why. As my 5-year-old nephew, he will ask you, why do you want to know your status? Why don't you go to the hospital? Why do you want to know your status?
Well, because we live in a society that doesn't adhere to that tradition anymore. See, that's an old 20th century approach. Yeah, I got to go to the doctor. That's what Robert was saying, that we have to, traditionally or conventionally, you make the appointment, you schedule, you can do it on an app. Yes. But nowadays we don't have to do that. We could sit here and say, look, let me check my pulse. Let me check this. You have the health app. We all know all the apps that come along with everyone's phone. But
maybe an analogy would be the early pregnancy test, right?
Oh.
Okay, another why. Let me continue with my whys.
Yeah, again, I'm sorry, Danny. I'll let you finish. My bad.
I think we should not be discussing out. I think that the value proposition of doing at home, like that's already defined. That was even with the COVID test, you can do it home. Pregnancy test, you can do it home. So if you have a device, whatever form, I don't care the form factor, right? The form factor is also important. but whatever form factor which is easily accessible to the consumer, and they can get some kind of sense. I get that. Yes, there's no, we don't have to discuss on it. But again, to detect a complex disease like this, can you make a form factor which is much affordable to those wide range of people? It will be a big problem to solve, because as Nitin said, even the doctors, they did all those tests, they did all those assessments, but still he got the attack, right? So when they have such a equipment which could not find those things, how we believe that the thing what we are going to do at a very affordable cost can solve that. So
Well, I think
totally get
I think that's where Vinod Khoshla's concept of I'd rather have 100 bad readings than 3 good readings that you have to schedule everything for, which is what we have currently, right? The reason they missed it is because they only check it occasionally, right? That's the reason they missed it, not because the equipment wasn't good. They missed it because they were only checking it occasionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe like cancer, right? Like the checking for breast or testicular cancer. And you're supposed to be doing that yourself using a simple test frequently rather than once a year.
So the product, whatever we like problem we solve, also that's 100 bad rings, I would like to optimize and minimize that, right? The
Yeah.
false.
Okay.
Think so.
Okay. Let me. So we are designing, not that we are designing. Many people ignore their cardiac status. Okay. And this, yeah, let me try to think louder, because what I want is the problem statement enough for us not to go comment dire, divaguer. So many people ignore their cardiovascular status, health status, and cardiovascular diseases are the based from the WHO statistic, cardiovascular diseases are the higher cause of mortality rate.
Right.
And many people ignore their cardiovascular health status. They usually discover that when they go to the hospital for another health issue, and during proceeding examination and exploration, the practitioners discover that their symptoms are, the root symptoms of their illness is a cardiovascular disease. If this had been discovered earlier, they wouldn't have undergone worsening their health condition, and the cardiovascular disease would have been addressed earlier, reducing mortality rate. That is our problem statement. That is what is going on, when the issue is occurring, why is it occurring, what is going on, cardiovascular disease that are ignored. When is it occurring? When people are just there living their lives without knowing that they're having a latent cardiovascular disease. And why is it that they are ignoring it? Because they don't go to the hospital for regular check. And I think I discussed about that with you last on the site talk with you, Nathan. When you are, for example, in my country, Cameroon, when you don't have the privilege to work in a corporate, as I did for many years, and you have the privilege to go for regular check-ins,
Right.
free of charge, yeah. But if you are a civil servant, I've been civil servant for 6 months when I was working at the Ministry of TNT, you haven't got that privilege for your check-ins.
Right.
So they don't have the ability to go and do those check-ins to check their cardiovascular state, their urinary state, or any other system. So why is it important? So our solution is that So are we already okay with the problem statement?
I think it sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
sounds good. Also, you can add some more things if you really want. Like this.
Yeah, I will put that
Who-
in plain English, even it's not my language, but I
Yeah,
love English.
But you got the structure, you got the how do you call it? The wireframe.
The architecture.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
No, it's good. I'm you see me just doing this, you know. Okay,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
great.
I don't want to mess
Thank
your
you.
your train of thought. Go ahead.
Thank you, even though it took us an hour. So now, what is our solution? We generally, how do I build our solution statement? I generally use a kind of how do I call that in English? I use it in German. I say, for example, because our solution statement should be a sentence that addresses the problem, that addresses the need we have identified. Okay? So our solution statement could be like this. If then I talk about the proposed solution. If we equipped individuals with a self-supervised learning model device that help them at any moment of their daily hours identify or monitor their cardiovascular healthy state. Then they will rush to the hospital, meet the physician who will put a diagnosis on their cardiovascular disease. Thank you very much. Is it a little bit clearer?
Yeah, I think that gets it. Yeah, I mean, I like the words are hard. So
I mean, words are hard. Also, I think like we had to think like, do we really do that frequent monitoring? Does the solution really require that much frequent, every hour monitoring or every minute monitoring? Can we? Is it okay? We can have a little bulky form factor equipment. Once a day you do it and you're good with it, right? So we had to think through those things also. And also for the problem statement, Daniel, I was thinking, you can add like this, going to the doctor and getting this test done, it's a very high cost process. And
Right.
a lot of countries cannot afford, people in a lot of countries cannot afford this, right? And they'll just go live with that play without knowing that they live with it. I know, right? So like my father, we also have this heart attack history in our family, right? My father also was one of the patients of that. So the thing, because they ignored the problem, they did not act on it. They just had it, they ignored it because of various different reasons, right? So you can add that to the problem statement, but also think like that it should not be a variable device. You just create anxiety for yourself every time you're walk. You
Yeah,
can
and
just do a one-time test and done with it in a day or something.
well, yeah, you can't have a lot of false positives because then it creates anxiety or creates hypochondria or all those other
Panic attack. You might.
Yeah, you might induce it yourself.
Panic attack. Yes.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but
start
that's
tachycardia by itself.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how about this? Why don't we
Okay.
use the standard? Like, you brush twice daily or you floss twice daily.
Yep.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, okay, I'm sorry, Danielle.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's clear. So can we move forward? I will write the problem statement on the Discord server, and you people. No, there is a Google
Sorry,
Docs action.
Daniel, I think, okay, we spent enough time to discuss this problem. Are we going to discuss our cybersecurity problem also or not? That's the question.
As soon as we are already clear about what we want to solve as problem,
Okay.
and we are already having the solution for that, I think we can take this problem and this solution for the hackathon. The cybersecurity one can be taken for another competition. There are many. There are many ahead.
That's no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to. Just,
No worries. Thank you. So,
go ahead. Yeah.
can I do a share screen in order to show you how we're going to leverage the tools we have available for us to go through so that we gain not just in time, but also in insight?
Sounds
Okay.
good. Satya, if you want to talk offline about the credit card thing, I'm interested in that too. I've done a bunch of fintech.
There is the credit card for detection that we can take for another hackathon, but there's another hackathon that goes until December on the International Telecommunication Union about threat detection. I shared that with you last night, Satya, and I can share that here on the Discord server. Anyone who wants can join me because I was still alone there.
Yeah, I'd
Sounds
say
good.
just make a new channel for that hackathon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I love that. Hudi, so you are there. Please do.
Wait, Satya, you're muted. You were saying something.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
Hudi, actually, thanks for that offer. I think definitely I will connect with you offline. And Daniel, I think we can create a channel and discuss more there in that.
Perfect.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you, Satya. Let me share the screen and see how. Before I share the screen, Bobby E, are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm not feeling on doing any actual work on the project, but I'm happy to discuss what the need for it is.
Yeah, the work will come, bro.
Yeah.
This is the big part, man. And then now we do the science project. I'll put
Exactly, this is
myself-
the big part.
Yeah,
This
Robert,
is
I
the
think
big part.
I'm currently blocking you with that ask from the Cardia team. I'm assuming that's going to take a little bit in terms of a turnaround, but I should be able to get a
No, the plan was that that the response from the cardio team is a nice to have.
Oh, okay.
You
So-
talking to me, Woody, or talking about Bobby E?
Bobby. Well,
Oh,
either
sorry,
of
my
you.
bad.
Whoever's
I-
whoever's gonna handle the API. I think it was Bobby E.
Right, but I've mentioned, Woody, that they replied to me and I sent my response. They said, if I'm interested for the API for a contracted fee, which I replied, said, I'd like to know what your fee is, but if we can get it and it's in, let's get it. You know what I mean? More
Yeah.
the merrier. So that's all.
Yeah.
It was an update on that.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like you talked to a salesperson. If you wanted to look back into the organization, your best bet's going to be with the developer relations. Developer relations teams will give free resources out to hackathon teams.
Okay, please, can we go on?
Yes.
We have,
Please.
okay, thank you. So these are the different tools we're going to use to build our solution and be sure that we are on track. The empathy map here is designed to gain deeper insight about who we are designing our solution for. And as I was saying, we can narrow our target audience. For example, by focusing on high performance athletes, for example, or focusing on can I say, before saying that this is something that can be used by the general public. Okay. Because why do I say that? Because it's been 20 years, for example, a Cameroon soccer fainted during a football match and passed away. Then after postmortem diagnosis, they identified that he was having a cardiovascular disease. I have a colleague 5 years ago. We were at the Monday morning meeting. He was sweating a lot. He went to the house, he drove his car by himself, went to the hospital, and at midday, we were informed that he passed away. After postmortem diagnosis, they discovered that he was having a heart problem. There are many people here in Cameroon. You usually hear in news that someone was exercising at the gym or exercising at the or jogging in the whereabouts, then fainted, and then discovered after that he was having a cardiovascular disease and ignoring it. So we can either narrow our target audience to a specific type of individuals. It can be high performance athletes, because many go through this kind of issue, pass away, then after they discovered that they were having cardiovascular disease, why their staff did not, why their staff and their medical staff ignored they were going through this issue. So we can focus on that. And this empathy map will help us identify the need of our target audience, what they are going through, what their desired situation they want to be done, and what their unmet needs. The unmet needs are what our solution will bring them to be satisfied. And to make sure that our solution is meeting their need, we will have to go through this value proposition canvas in order to know that our solution is well positioned to meet the customer needs. It's thereafter that we can work on the business model canvas, and I love using the other version of the business model because the original business model canvas is from Alex Osterwalder from Strategizer, but this sustainable business model canvas is with 2 other additional blocks, which is and it's designed by I think Loic, I forgot the other name. So this first 4 blocks, the value proposition, that is the solution, the customer segment, that is to who we are designing the solution, the channels and the customer relation, where the customer should go and have and provide themselves for our solution. This is about the the desirability dimension of our solution. If we fit these 4 blocks, our solution will be desirable. Then after, we will see if our solution is feasible here by seeing what are the resources we need, the APIs, the coding, the tech part, the activities that need to be carried out to build our solution, the key partners, the third parties that will be involved in bringing the solution to the market. If these 3 blocks are well filled, then our feasibility dimension of the solution is met. Then comes the cost structure and the revenue stream, which is about the viability of our solution. Does the money that we want to spend building the solution exceed or not how much the customer is ready to pay to buy for the solution? And now these 2 additional blocks are about the sustainability or the adaptability. What is our solution going to look like in 2 years from now? Because we are leveraging a technology that is changing very fast. If the technology changes fast and we cannot update our solution, we go back, we are disrupted. How do we do in a way that we can update our solution? That's where we have to find out if our solution is sustainable or adaptable with the change of time. Then this other canvas is about
Before you-
machine learning.
Daniel, before you move forward, can I ask a question on that slide?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, if you can just go go to the number 3 slide. So
Okay.
for this particular, like whenever I define any startup idea, the last 4 blocks are very hard to define: the cost structure, revenue, and all those things.
Yes.
Do you really think we still have to spend time on doing those things?
Do I didn't got you clearly, please.
The question is just for the hackathon, we had to drill down on the cost structure, revenue stream, the ecosystem cost,
Yeah.
ecosystem benefit.
Yes, just for the hackathon, we can share our hypothesis regarding the cost structure and the revenue streams. Because we are delivering a minimum viable product. We are not delivering a product market fit product. We are just delivering a minimum viable product. So all we will be delivering, all we will be sharing here will be based on our assumptions.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it answer, but how much valuable that to the hackathon, like reviewers, I don't know. Is that really valuable?
If you look at the, let me see let me just find out here on the, because I think on the criteria that the solution, one of the criteria the solution has to meet is about innovation, whether or not, toi tu vas bouger d'ici là, excuse me speaking English to French to my computer, whether or not, where is that?
Whether or not
Whether the product is related to the concept of, including, no, this is the tech part. Product is unique from other products or ideas already on implement functionality. Oh, they don't insist on that. But as far as we have the elements, I think we can include that in our pitch anyway. So left is the machine learning canvas, which will enable us to outline where we collect our inputs, how our output looks like. And now with the minimum viable product canvas from Lean Startup, we can now, yeah, this one is having the question that will even guide us in answering, in providing answers that will help us define how our problem is defined, how the solution we are bringing is structured and built, and how does the product fitting with the need of our customer. So that's all I wanted to share with you. And this is something we have to do as a team, or why did you guys continue to work on the technical part? I can be doing this with, and the document is shared. Yeah, the document is shared, and you also shall be seeing if it is meeting the need, the outcome of our product. So let me arrêter le partage. That's all I really wanted to share. Oh yes, I am having headaches since this morning. I am having headache. I didn't have enough sleep. But I'm eating chocolate. I'm eating chocolate.
Well, you got to put your mic so we can hear the water splashing in the cup.
But it's
Ah, Hoodie.
Oh no, don't pour water on your computer. That's not cool. Oh, you also have to do the original sound for musicians on and then toggle it on if you're gonna do that.
Is he in a different meeting as well? Or
Ooh.
oh, you
Okay.
No, those are the Zoom
Um,
sound settings, what he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why hers didn't make sound and mine did.
We should
Oh,
we should probably take Nitin, we should probably take an exercise break before
Okay.
before we do the yeah. I'll
So
see.
Oh, we
I'm
should
gonna go
go
ahead. I think we accomplished what we set out to accomplish already. So I'm gonna
yes.
get out and do some exercise, and then we're gonna have Nitin and I have another meeting at 10:15.
10:15. I think Satya might be joining as well. Is that
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Abby, I sent you some old presentation stuff from the last hackathon. Just a PowerPoint of slides.
All right.
Could be adaptable for this. Up to you.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm gonna sign off.
All right. Have a good exercise sesh, boys.
I think I'll also sign off because, yeah, I had to.
Take care, Bobby.
Right.
I can
Bye.
hang out.
Later, peeps.
See you, Babby. See.
Right.
Oh wait,
Okay.
are you staying?
And
Yeah, I'll stay, man.
I should take off
thoughts?
too. Oh, what?
See you, Nitin.
Any thoughts, any additional idea you want to share before we leave? Because I have to.
No, yeah, we should all then. It looks like everyone's booked. So
Yeah, I gotta. So that National Science Foundation customer discovery program thing, they actually let us in. So it might actually be pretty good for
nice.
Robert E in particular to go through it as well, just so that he has an appreciation for how important that is. So yeah, like I think we'll be all, if we get through this interview, we'll get to the next part of that. So yeah.
That's awesome. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
All right, I'll see you.
See you, bye.
all right.
So I think we will close.
Thanks for the summary, Danielle. You did that was good. You took it all.
Thank you.
See, that's the old chaos theory. You have everyone throw everything up in the air or let everything fly, and then boom, she nails it right there.
I thought it
And
was a
this
good
is the
summary.
same process we'll go through with the Google Vertex, with Google Cloud Vertex.
Yeah.
And I've shared all the
Right.
docs, the slides with you. Yeah. Okay, I will work on the empathy map for the 30 next minutes. Then I will go and play tennis.
Nice.
And if I can swim and come back for lunch. So Zen, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Great, I like that. Woody is my mentor for this hackathon. My
Not only
Woody
words,
is
but
my mentor. Okay, see you soon, guys.
All right.
Signing off at
Enjoy everyone.
3, 2,
Au revoir. Au
1.
revoir.